Previously on the Emperor's Daughter, Hana's mark, it grew stronger. Jaehyun warned her that the shadows were closing in. Minji, her supposed friend and rival, turned out to be a spy for the Dark Council. And to top it all off, Professor N's chained book revealed a prophecy about Hana's lineage that could literally save or destroy the world. Now, as the neon lights flicker across the academy, casting long shadows on the walls, there's a new threat. Someone is watching Hana, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But who can she trust? The cold-hearted Queen Regent, the mysterious masked man, or maybe even the seemingly innocent princeps? As the stakes rise and the body count grows, Hana must uncover the truth behind her family's legacy before it's too late. Will she rise to become the legendary Sun Queen, or fall prey to the darkness that's enveloping her world? Find out next time on The Emperor's Daughter. The concert hall was glowing with violet and blue light. Hana's voice carried through the crowd like fire in the night. Even as she sang, she could feel it, the mark pulsing against her skin. Off stage, Jaehyun watched her every move, his eyes never leaving hers. In the far corner, Minji smiled. Her eyes, they were glittering red in the dim light. As the song ended and the crowd roared, Hana felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned to see Jeno with a worried expression. "Are you okay?" he asked, reaching out to touch her arm, but she flinched away from him. She was supposed to be on a break, but the moment she stepped off the stage, the mark started to throb. It was a dull ache, like a tooth that had just turned. And then she heard a voice in her head, a voice that sounded exactly like hers, whispering, "You can't hide from me forever." Backstage, Jaehyun caught Hana's wrist. His voice was low. "It's stronger now. It's calling them." Hana tried to pull away, but he tightened his grip. "If you don't open the book soon, it won't just be you in danger. It'll be all of us." Hana's eyes widened. She looked down at the book in her hand, then back up at Jaehyun with a shaky breath. "I can't control it. I barely even understand it." He squeezed her wrist, his thumb digging into her skin. "You don't have to understand it, you just have to open it." Hana bit her lip, fighting back tears. She opened the book, revealing a blank page. As she turned to the next one, words began to form. The book slammed shut. A gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing all the candles except for one. And in the darkness, they heard a voice. "Who's the sacrifice?" The air in the dressing room was thick with anticipation, but Minji had already opened her own door. She didn't need their help anymore. Alone in the dressing room, shadows wrapped around her like a lover's embrace. The stage lights cast an eerie glow on her face, making her eyes sparkle crimson in the darkness. As she struggled to break free from the suffocating grip of the demon within, a voice whispered in her ear, a voice that was both seductive and sinister. It was the shadow demon, and it promised her everything she ever wanted. "All you ever wanted was the spotlight. Give me her mark, and the stage will be yours forever." Minji gasped. She could feel the demon's presence seeping into her veins, turning her blood to ice water. She stumbled out of the dressing room, the demon's whisper echoing in her mind. As she stepped onto the stage, the music swelled and the crowd roared. And for a moment, she felt like she was on top of the world. The prophecy is coming true. One marked in violet, one blessed in blue, one consumed in red, and one chained in shadow. Only one will survive the eclipse. When Professor On slammed the book onto the academy desk, his voice shook as he read the prophecy aloud. All four of us looked at him, our eyes wide with fear and anticipation. The prophecy had been passed down for generations, warning of the great eclipse and the 4 students who would be marked by it. I was the one marked in violet, the color of magic, my magic. My friends were the other three. We just didn't know it yet. Not until the eclipse came and turned us into monsters. I knew I had to do something to stop it, but what? As the largest eclipse in history loomed over the horizon, I felt its dark magic seeping into my bones. I could feel my friends' presence beside me, their eyes glowing an eerie red in the twilight. I reached out to them, but they recoiled from my touch. The prophecy was unfolding before our eyes, and I was terrified. The lights cut out. The crowd screamed. Hana ran for the stage wings, clutching her glowing wrist. But Minji stepped into her path, her eyes burning brighter than ever. "You've had your moment, Hana. Now it's mine," she snarled, reaching out a hand to grab Hana's wrist. With a flash of neon light, Minji pulled Hana off balance. She stumbled, but she was quick to her feet and out of the way before the shadows could engulf her. The music stopped. The crowd was silent. Minji raised her hands, the shadows gathering at her fingertips. "I am the light," she whispered, and the shadows poured into the hall, consuming everything in their path. Hana watched in horror as the darkness spread, taking away the only thing that had brought them together. She had to do something, anything, to stop this darkness from consuming them all. But what? The air froze as the shadow demon emerged from the mist. Its violet eyes pierced the neon haze and the audience gasped. They were trapped. No one moved, not even when Hana stumbled back. Her mark glowed bright, almost blinding. Behind her, Jaehyun whispered, "It's him." He was the reason they'd come to the academy. The whispers started again. The academy had always promised dreams, fame, and glory, but tonight, it gave them only fear. As Minji stood beside the demon, and Hana clutched her burning wrist, one thing became clear. The real performance was only just beginning. Do you want to know more? Well, then come with me on this journey through neon lights and dark secrets. Dare to enter the unknown. Are you brave enough? Let me lead the way.